What's up, guys, and welcome to another 377 Tech video. Your boy JT here. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. In this video, we're going to go ahead and create, or I guess you can say build, an arcade machine slash server. So the goal for this computer that I want to build is to create an arcade machine where I can play Time Crisis. Now, if you go back in the days and you check out the Time Crisis machines and stuff like that, obviously I won't be able to replicate the same exact thing, but I want to replicate something as close as possible. Honestly, when it comes to the guns and things like that, it's going to be something way down. I'm planning to use a Wii controller to be able to replicate that. But this is going to be part one of me trying to create this. I'm going to try and use parts that I have laying around and things like that rather than buy something super expensive. I'm going to use all parts, and I'm going to try the best way I can to keep it under a really small budget. My goal is to make something that I create from the tower, as in like the case and everything else. I'm going to try my best to be very creative. This is my second chance trying to attempt this. The first time I tried, I used a laptop and it wasn't really that powerful to be able to handle what I was trying to do. I also used Bantera. That is kind of like, I guess you could say, an arcade operating system. Its overall use is to just play emulators and ROMs and things like that. But this time around, I think I'm going to go with EmuDeck. So this is part one of probably two videos. So it's going to be a part one and a part two. Getting the parts together is part one, and then possibly part two is just going to be me building everything and installing the operating system, as well as setting up EmuDeck and everything like that. As far as like for the server, I wanted to create an Assetto Corsa server and I guess have that computer run it. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. It does really help me out, and I do really appreciate it. All right, so excuse my room as it is a little bit of a mess right now. I've been trying to find parts so we can go ahead and create the arcade. Again, the arcade is gonna try and play some of these old beauties right here, but my main focus is going to be on creating that Time Crisis emulation. So this is what I'm going to be using as that shooting gun, I guess you can say. Once you do click on this, it does rumble. So I already have this, and as well as the pedals. So when you click on this, what's going to happen, it's going to duck the way that it does in a Time Crisis arcade machine. Now, I had created this case right here. So what this case is one of those Mac Pros from back then. I gutted this out, and I wanted to create kind of like a vintage arcade machine with this. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but I really would like to. So that's something that I'm still thinking about. And for the parts, we have these so far. I pretty much went scrambling to my friends, asking them if they had any old parts, and I was able to get some. What I'm missing right now is the CPU for this specific motherboard. I already got the cooler. For RAM, I believe I have it over here. For RAM, we're gonna go with this, and they are DDR4. They're Ripjaws. And for the graphics card, I'm thinking maybe we go with a 1060, this 1060 right here, or I can add my Frankenstein 1080. I don't know yet. I also have a 1050 here, but I am not quite sure which one to use. As well as for the case, I can also use this right here. This is my test machine skeleton. So we can either use a test skeleton or the creative MacBook Pro. I'm also going to install this. I don't know if you guys know, this is, I believe, the Stadia controller, and we're going to pretty much have this be the controller that controls when we go into the emulation part of the whole thing. We also have this bar right here, and this is the switch bar, and this is a USB bar that will detect the Wii controllers. And whenever we're doing that Time Crisis simulation, it'll detect the Wii controller so we can go ahead and place that. But I might put that on top of here or somewhere where it can read a little bit better. But once we set that up, I think we'll be in the clear. All right, and overall, this is how I would like the computer to look. Obviously, it's not gonna look like this because this is AI generated. Obviously, it's gonna look the way it's gonna look with my parts and things like that. But overall, this is the way I want it to go. Obviously, again, this is an arcade computer, arcade machine. It's not like one of those towers with the little joystick and things like that. It's more of a machine that's going to be powerful enough to run some ROMs, some arcade ROMs, some PS2 ROMs, and things like that. Here are some of the parts that I already got, some of the parts that I'm still waiting for. Hopefully in the next video we could see everything put together, and you'll see me installing Windows, the operating system, as well as EmuDeck, and configuring all of that so it can work perfectly. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, thumbs up if you really liked it, and at the bottom I'm also going to leave a poll so you guys can vote whether you want me to put it in the skeleton or if you want me to put it in that Mac Pro case and make it all fit nice and smooth. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day.